Hello, everyone. Good evening. It is Monday night, and that means it is time for another episode of Small Biz Highlight. I am your host. My name is Tiffany Roman. I am so excited to be here tonight. Have some stuff to catch you up on before we get started. So, first of all, we are live with StreamYard. We love featuring live comments and questions on the broadcast as they come in. Uh, but we also love knowing who it is we're talking to, their names, maybe a picture so we can know who exactly you are, what you look like. That'd be nice. So if you are watching us on Facebook right now, please take a second to just go to streamyard.com/Facebook so that you give them permission to speak to each other so that can happen. Otherwise, it'll just come up Facebook user. But like I said, it would just be nice to see who's talking to us so we can address you appropriately, all that jazz. All right. So 2020 you. This is a year of more acceptance, love, and faith for myself. I'm selfishly using all of you as an accountability buddy and, I am welcoming you to use me as yours. I have struggled with this in the past and have made it a point this year to really focus on this. So I invite you all to join with me and to spread the word to all your friends and family and have them join in with you too. You'd be surprised just how amazing it can feel at the end of the day when you take small steps towards more acceptance, love, and faith in yourself. All right. Talking about friends and family, my invite friends button on Facebook is missing. So I cannot invite anybody to like my small biz highlight page. So I need your help. Small businesses thrive off of word of mouth. The number one thing that keeps them going. Keep spreading the word about them. And our show is no different because not only are you spreading the word about the show, you are then in turn spreading the word about all 100 and now 123 episodes that I have streamed live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of the above. Okay. So it's simple. You find a post that you like. Maybe you just want to take a moment and hit share on this video so that you can share it to your timelines and help spread the word. You never know who on your timeline is looking for a specific service, specific products. Maybe they have questions because they're interested in starting a similar business than my guest. You never know. Let those opportunities come naturally by just clicking share. The best part is it's free and it takes you maybe 2 seconds, if that. So help us out, please, please, please. Thanks to our sponsor, Text for More. It's so easy to get the brief lowdown on what is Small Biz Highlight, what we are, what we do, all of that jazz. You simply text Small Biz to 717-670-6400. And on that page, it's like our digital brochure. We are giving you a brief lowdown on everything that we are, what we do, what services we have to offer, links to contact us, links to catch our broadcasts, everything. Even during our live events, we use that as like a menu of sorts to showcase our vendors that may be during the event and, easy access to their information to contact them and shop. So you definitely want to keep that in mind for a future date. But of course, in addition to that, there's always an app for everything, and Small Biz Highlight is no different. Small Biz Highlight has our own app on Apple stores and uh, Google Play stores. Just download the app. It'll give you a little brief reminder that we're going live. Click on it, takes you straight to YouTube. It's amazing. And then, of course, everything, all of our episodes so far, whether it's a live broadcast, um, the web show, the podcast, the digital TV show, all of our episodes are available all in one spot. It's amazing. I'm so proud of this app, and it's just going to grow even more because eventually my good friend Dan is going to make it possible for me to stream live through the app. How insane insane is that? So it's going to be great, basically, in a nutshell. So you got to get in on that. All right. So uh, just a quick reminder that if you guys are just meeting us for the first time, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I am currently on active duty in the military right now. So if anybody is reaching out, emailing, messaging, and I am not getting to you right away, please don't think I'm ignoring you. I am a one woman show here, making things work as best I can, trying to keep up with everything. I have had such an overwhelming response with the show that I am pretty much booked through December of this year already with episodes. How crazy is that? I mean, okay, anyway, so I am so grateful for the opportunity to host all these amazing businesses and learn more about them with you all. And with everything going on with my coaching business I'm going to start up. April is a big month. Not only is it our second year anniversary, but I have a ton of new stuff happening, including a live Q&A session every third Monday of the month going forward after starting on in April. All right? So that's your chance. If you have any questions about what it's like to go live, maybe you want to learn a little bit more about me. I have been introducing you to so many small business owners and forgetting that part of the process should be getting you all acquainted with who I am. I can't necessarily build the connection with all of you and the relationship with you to keep you coming to watch the show if I don't give you the opportunity to get to know me. So there you go. I'm opening the doors. You can submit questions ahead of time. You can submit questions live on the show. You can even join me live on screen if you want to. It's possible, believe me. But I will leave that for another day. Keep you updated on that through postings and uh, the the episodes upcoming so that you don't forget because you definitely want to get on that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, there may be games involved. There may be a raffle or two. You never know. So you got to join, basically, is what I'm telling you. All right. So tonight, I am introducing you to another friend of mine that I met through Letip. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people. And it's great. The best part about Letip is that they offered these online through Zoom meetings that not only got us acquainted with people local to us, but people from all over the US and other places. I'm telling you, it's a great tool for connection if you are looking to grow your business. So, my friend Lily is going to be here. Make sure this works. Hi, Lily. How are you tonight?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you. So excited to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I always start my show with a simple question. Uh, it sometimes trips people up. Some people get very profound with it. It's great. It's really fun to watch how people take a simple question and just make it their own with the answers. So, Lily, it's your turn. Help my viewers get to know you just a little bit more. Who
Um,
are you?
well, my name is Lily. I am the owner of the Lily Bop Shop. We create homemade gifts and custom gift baskets, and we kind of do things revolving around you and how we can personalize them and tailor them to your specific needs. So, about me, well, I am just. This is the trippy question. I will agree. I went to school at Saddleback College in Orange County, California. That's where I'm from now. I was actually an art major and a photography major, specializing in black and white photography. And I live my world one day at a time, one stroke at a time, one artistic expression at a time.
Wow. Okay. So, see, I told you guys, I'm meeting people from all over the place. I'm in Pennsylvania, and here I am, friends with someone from all the way in California. So you're like in a totally different time zone and all of that as well, which is crazy to think about how it's 6 o'clock for me here, but it's only 3 o'clock over there for you.
Yes, the sun is still out, thank goodness.
The sun's up starting to go down here, so it's about to get dark soon. But I am so excited to start learning more about your business because I've heard a little bit about it during the Zooms that we were on with Latip and whatnot. But it's definitely exciting to have this opportunity to not only hear from you a little bit more, but then also I'll throw up your website a little bit so people can get a sneak peek while we're talking. I mean, so tell us more about your shop, the Lily Bop Shop. First of all, the name. How did you come up with the name Lily Bop Shop?
So I love everything 1950s retro fun, rockabilly, that kind of whole era. I love it. So there used to be a place in Bellflower, California called The Hop. It was a 1950s
Yeah.
restaurant. It was just kind of a little nightclub thing, and it was just really fun. So that's how the name came about. My husband calls me Darling. So anywhere else, I'm Lily Darling, and I'm Lily Bop from The Hop. So that's kind of how the name came about. It was just kind of fun little play on words thing that we came up with.
Oh, that's
And
so
then
cute.
our store is a lot of custom gift baskets. So we don't make 50 of the same thing typically. We kind
Oh,
of interview and kind of talk about what are the things that you're looking for? What are the things that you love? What do you know about the person you're giving this to? Because that one-on-one connection is so important.
yeah.
So there's not 10 pieces of candy in a little basket, and that's kind of all we do. We're more looking at what kind of message are you trying to relay to your special person that's going to receive this? So your handmade cards, your gift boxes themselves, we don't really use baskets, we use boxes so that they can be saved for later. They don't get chucked in the garage like we
Mhm.
normally do with our gift baskets. We use them again for
Yes.
later. And so that part is something that is that instant and long lasting gift that you get to have and share with somebody later on. Um, kind of a lifelong connection you get to keep. So,
Wow. Okay. So we learned how you came up with the name, but how did you why gifts? Of all things you could be doing with your life right now, baskets and certain gifts and all these homemade items that you're doing. I mean, you've got to be busy for one, but two, what drew you to this kind of lifestyle, this business of yours?
well, so in the beginning of COVID, this is actually how it kind of happened. Was COVID was my
Okay.
blessing and curse all in the same world. I got married the day before, and my husband and I got laid off from our jobs and went, "Oh my gosh, what do we do?"
Oh
And
my
so a friend of
gosh.
mine says, "Hey, why don't you go do like personal shopping stuff through a gig work kind of thing?" And I went, "Are you sure that's a real thing?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, just go do it for now." So as part of my part of Lily Shops OC, I started gift wrapping some of the stuff that I was giving for clients so that they could gift to other people, and I'd go drop them off for their friends and family during the holidays. And so we kind of grew as Lily Shops OC to begin with. And then I joined Le Tip. And that's how someone had mentioned, you already do this and you really love this. I actually have a grandparent that worked for an old store called Buffum's. I don't know if you remember that store
Oh,
so long ago, that worked in the gift wrapping department. And there was something with that. And I thought, oh gosh, that would be really cool. Because there is a moment that you can't replace when you give somebody a gift. The first moment when you hand somebody a gift, when they light up, when they tear up, when they're grateful, when they realize, wow, today you made me feel so special, even if it's been that bad of a day. It is that moment that you can never replace. And I love the fact that I get to be part of that moment of somebody else's life. And that became my happy place, doing for others.
wow. I love that, your baskets and your gifts are not just, you know, driven towards females, which, the name of your shop would imply a little bit that it's a little girly. I love that you're including the men in it because obviously men need some love too. They deserve special gifts too, people. Come on now.
Oh,
And I think it's really cool how you word it that, you're not making 50 of the same thing. It's personalized, it's different. things that people can save and reuse for a later date and stuff like that. All that is so important, I feel like nowadays, because I feel there's too much that we're throwing away. And because we're because of costs and whatever the business reasons is, they just tend to go with the items that get damaged really easy, so then people tend to throw them away and have to buy more later to I love that whole idea. I think it's so cool what you're doing.
Thank you. I think it's really special when you get to share a moment with somebody that 10 years down the line, they pick up that coffee mug that, there was that one time I bought this coffee mug on the Etsy shop and that Lily Bop girl. And that is such a cool thing that it becomes such a long, like, timeline of things that it started with the Lily Bop girl that turned into I shared this with my mom that one day, I gave this to my mom that one time for her birthday or for Mother's Day. And that memory is the one thing in the world that we'll never be able to replace is those beautiful memories that we share.
Oh, absolutely. Wow. I mean, I remember I'm a big gift basket person for my dad because I feel like my dad is the hardest person to buy a gift for. In a way, he's simple, but in a way, he's also hard, very hard to buy a gift for. My dad is a very manly man and prior military.
Mhm.
Never ex people,
Mm-mm.
never ex prior military. We're putting that out there. Okay, so I tend to go with the military stuff.
Mhm.
So for him, because it brings nostalgia memories back and whatever. Um, the one gift that I never expected to have an effect on him, it was Christmas a couple years back, I believe, or his birthday. Honestly, I don't remember. All I remember is that I gave him one of those miniaturized, preloaded like Atari game sets. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. For those of you who don't know what Atari is, that just means you're too young to understand. No. And that I'm too old. No, Atari was the first game system, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and
It was fun.
it's a classic.
Yep.
So I grew up playing it. My dad had one when I was a kid, and I thought it would be cool to give him one that had like the joystick controller and everything. And when he opened the gift, I remember him putting his head down and I thought he was laughing. And me and my boyfriend were kind of looking at each other. I was like, yes, win. I got dad. Like, yes. But he actually was tearing a little bit. Like, uh, just overwhelmed with all the memories from playing, not just with me and my sister, but then with his sisters and his brothers growing up as kids and stuff like that. Like, I think that was the first time I ever saw my dad emotional over a gift. So, that feeling, I will never forget that feeling, and now I just strive for that with gifts every time I give him one. And I think it becomes intoxicating, like you said, like, you can't help but want to cause that type of feeling in somebody when you give them a gift.
That's exactly the feel. It's the best.
Wow. Oh, okay, so if someone is wanting to purchase one from you and make it their own. How much lead time would you necessarily need to make that happen?
So it kind of depends on how big we're making this and how custom we're making this because some items will take a little bit longer if they're being handmade by me. So if you've got special like coffee mugs or cosmetic bags for mom, different little things like that, that's going to take a little bit longer. But typically about 3 or 4 days would be a really good advance notice. And then we'll kind of go down all your loves and what you don't want, all those different things in between and get you all set up and have you either shipped across the US or delivered local.
Wow. So then, okay, I know it depends on what's going in, how big the thing is going to be, and whatnot. But what were some of the examples of your favorite baskets that you put together?
My favorite baskets. So over the holidays,
Okay.
I have one set of baskets that were really fun to make. Then I have one that was beyond unique that I will probably never forget. So I'll start with my unique. I had someone who asked me to make a hamburger themed basket. And that's the same look I had. I kind of giggled a little bit and thought,
Like
hamburgers.
seasonings and like meat in it or
So what I
something?
so what I came up with was a burger recipe book. So it was about
Ooh.
100 different recipes, I think roughly. So it had a book. It had a barbecue sauce that was an eclectic barbecue sauce. It wasn't your straight off the shelf. And then I have seasonings that we put in there. And we did a burger press. And then we did a handmade card and put it all together in the box. So that was my unique.
That sounds really cool though, and very great gift for like a guy, or someone who just likes to grill in general. Like I feel like that would be the perfect gift for them.
Yeah, it seemed like a really fun thing. It took me a minute though. I appreciate the challenge.
Wow. Okay. All right. So I had a question and my mind just went blank. That happens to me every so often. Don't judge me, people. I'm live. There's no going back. Okay. All right. There's no editing out of this. No. Oh goodness. All right. So I know, like I said, it depends on how much is going into it, whatnot. How do you typically go about pricing the baskets? I know it's going to depend on size and whatnot, but is there like a baseline that you start at and then you kind of just grow from there? Or how does it work?
So we can do small mini baskets that are just one or two little things that are kind of the quick corporate appreciation kind of stuff. So it's just like one or two
Oh,
knickknacks, maybe something kind of personalized to the company, all the way to something that can sit about the size, what feels like to me a Buick, but it could be it's pretty large. And it
huh.
could just depend on, are we really excited and we want to put a bear that's the size of my upper half of my body, and then have all kinds of goodies that he's holding, or this can range from something as little as $25 to something over $1,000 that would sit for a happy anniversary, that we picked up a diamond watch and put it in the basket and added a bunch of beautiful things for your 50th year.
Oh, wow. Okay. That sounds fancy. I can imagine it. The person opening the basket and there's like this diamond watch. It kind of makes me think of like those moments where people do those crazy things with engagement rings where they put it in a glass of champagne or something like that. That's what it felt like. Huh. Okay. So we here small biz highlight. I'm all about small businesses, obviously. Do you use a lot of small businesses in getting the products and stuff that you use for the baskets?
So if it's not made by me, then I try to find a small business before a big box store every single time. Because small business, when you support a small business, you support a dream. And those who support my dreams, I would love to be able to support them back. So that's what I try to do.
Awesome. That's so huge. I'm always preaching about that probably every episode. I'm sure anybody who's actually watched every single one or listened to every one of my episodes is tired of hearing me say it. But small businesses, we are our own family, our own gang of businesses, regardless of where we're from, where we're located. Of course we want to help out our local community, which is why I always say, put your communities first. I'm saying put those small businesses first because when you buy from small businesses, when you support a small business, you're supporting that family, which is a family in your community. So therefore they should be a part of your, extended family of sorts. At least, in a perfect world, you should say. That's how it works. But, I feel like we got into that groove a little bit more during the pandemic shutdowns because now all of a sudden, we realized, oh man, our neighbor used to have that store. Now they're closed. What are they doing? How can we help them? And something as simple as just buying a product or telling your friends and family what their products and services are. Now all of a sudden they're able to get customers despite the shutdowns, and I think that was just a very powerful thing that came out of the shutdowns, don't you think?
Definitely. a lot of things came out of this shutdown, and so many positive things came out just as much as anything else. And I am as weird as it might kind of sound, COVID gave me a lot of blessings. I got to meet so many amazing people, and I heard so many beautiful stories, positive and heartbreaking all the same. And I couldn't appreciate my community that I live in now more than I ever have. And, South Orange County has given me so many opportunities to connect with my community, give back to my community, serve people every single day, whether it be shopping or gifting or whatever it is in between. There is so much love here that I've probably never experienced in my life. But then again, I'm a California kid, so I haven't experienced it. But but that is, one of the great things that I do appreciate that I got out of COVID was I got to start the Lily Bop Shop, and it is my dream. And so I thank everyone in my area that supported me, and I hope we get to be able to serve the entire US.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. You've had such a great support system. I know you just recently launched this website. I remember the day you announced that, yay, it's finally here, people. So, I'm just so excited for you, your family, your growth with the business. I just wish you all the best going forward because I know it's going to be nothing but great things for you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to take a quick break and do a little brief commercial here. And when we come back, we'll close out the show. Okay. So hold on one second, people. Don't go nowhere.
Are you tired of missed business opportunities because you don't have the marketing tools that big companies do? Do you want to generate more sales with less effort or technical knowledge? Text for More is a digital marketing solution that is both your digital brochure and web presence that connects you directly to your customers. Best of all, Text for More is proven to deliver results. In fact, some of our clients have seen their monthly revenue increase by as much as 5 times in the first couple of months. To get started today, text the keyword MORE to 317-342-8114 and see how we can assist you. Text for More. Next generation brochures for the digital age.
it's so it's so surreal still to me to be playing a commercial during my show. I feel like I'm a real show now because I have a sponsor to play a commercial for. Such a great sponsor, so supportive of me. Always looking for he's always coming up with ideas and bombarding me with them, not just me. So it's mutual beneficial. It's great. We just work really well together. But we are here live with Lily. She is the owner of the Lily Bop Shop. She's out in California and just doing amazing things, giving the gift world a run for its money, people, because I mean, she's not just doing your run of the mill gift baskets or personalized gifts. It's to the extreme. It's personalized to the extreme to where, not one basket is going to be the same as another. And I find that so beautiful. Um, Lily, I want to thank you for being here tonight. I know you were a little nervous coming on live with me, but I feel like we had such a good time and it was so great to get to know you.
Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
No, I am so glad you were here. Now, if you want to learn more about Lily and the Lily Bop Shop, it's so easy. One, I have the links in the description of the video. If you're listening on the podcast, hi, they're in the description of the podcast episode too. And if push comes to shove, it's been on the screen scrolling the whole time, guys. Just pause and copy it. But no, honestly, get in touch with her. If you have a holiday coming up, if you have a specific birthday, anniversary, what have you, and you want to put just a extra oomph in your personalization of it. Get the tears flowing, guys. That's what we want to do. Not in a bad way. We want to make them so emotional they can't help but crack a tear. If you want that feeling for your loved ones and friends, take time to shop Lily Bop Shop and get your gift to where you can absolutely get that good feeling for your friends and family. It's worth it. It's worth it. Give uh reach out to her today. I'm just kidding. No. Thank you again, Lily. This was so much fun. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will let you know that I am not going to have another episode upcoming here at 6:35 in like 4 minutes, but I am replaying my episode with Joshua from Course Vector. Now, if you don't know, I won on behalf of Course Vector a $5,000 scholarship to get my website totally revamped, and it's finally launched. I have a brand new website, guys. I didn't even tell you that at the beginning of the show, and I should have. I failed miserably. Okay, so yes, I have a brand new website, and it's because of Course Vector and all their amazing people, all the hard work that they put. I put them through craziness. Let me tell you, nitpicking, and I'm telling you, I'm sure they're so relieved it's finally launched. But I'm gonna be replaying the episode where he surprised me live with the award. Like I didn't see it coming. And you'll definitely see it on my face if you watch the episode. So check it out. All right. So as always, I will leave you all with your friendly reminder to put your community first. We do that by shopping small and supporting local businesses. Good night, everyone.